7th, and we are up and running. Everything on the line for Mason Gonzalez and Styles Robertson.
Mason Gonzalez so impressive all week here. Oh!
See who got that hole shot.
Wow.
As the drone follows the action, it's Gonzalez. Robbie Marshall, though, with a great start.
I think that's his second one.
Yeah, the 47, Robbie Marshall.
Putting that thing out front. Like I said, I believe that to be his second hole shot. And, oh, look at this side-by-side battle.
Gonzalez and Styles Robinson side by side. That's it. They're all tied up in points.
Oh.
But Styles Robertson able to grab actual control of this lead. Well, I take that back. That's the Yamaha, I believe. Look blue.
That is the blue machine. Yes.
It is
there we go. Yes.
Motorcycle. Okay, Mason Gonzalez out front. Styles Robertson has to beat him.
Has to make it happen, yeah.
Winner take all. They signed up. They were tied when they got signed up. They tied after the first moto. Went to lunch. They were elbow to elbow eating. I can't shake this guy.
I beat you in sign up. These guys. These guys.
What life are we living? We get
pushing extremely hard.
They get the hookup. They had that delivered from Nashville. Jeez.
Don't worry, Jason. I'm on it like earlier in the week. We're not going to let this happen. We are not going to stand here and watch this out the window.
We got our whole shot. Robbie Marshall first to the curve. First curve action here. Robbie Marshall.
I don't know how he did that because Mason Gonzalez nailed it again. His reaction times, and when he grabs that shift, it's unbelievable. Yet Marshall on the outside was able to get around him to grab that whole shot. Now I don't even know where Marshall has gone.
Yeah, right. That's what we're screaming about. Beach from the outside. Marshall pulled that. Never let it off.
No, and actually got around him.
And that was, we see what it gets him, what it nets him.
Well, Open Pro Sport's tough. He's a semi-retired builder now.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, up to second, he got Styles Robertson. This is it, everybody. Championship scenario 1-2 early in this final moto.
Yeah, and they came off with Styles out front, and Gonzalez got around him. He is no joke. Mason Gonzalez has got, the last 3 years, won a title last year, first one here, and now he is potentially going to win the most prestigious of them all, the Open A Pro Sport.
So Styles was actually able to get him after that first turn? Like, Mason let him in, and then Styles got around, and then Gonzalez passed him. Wow, okay.
3 turns, 3 passes.
Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, I stood down there in the first turn to watch it. I thought it was a hole shot for sure for Gonzalez. And Marshall sucked him up.
Man.
And he has responded.
I'll tell you, Jairi Mitchell is going to catch him. He's making a lot of mistakes, a lot of pressure now. They're pulling out. Gonzalez is checking out.
Well, what I've seen from Styles so far in the first lap and a half was dragging a foot. Yeah, dragging a foot, tucking a front end. I mean, he's pushing, dude. He's desperate right now.
Got to find some good clean lines. He's avoiding the ruts now.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, Dylan Schwartz was 5th. He's now in 4th. He's got Jairi Mitchell right in front of him. It's a soft J if you're keeping score at home for Jairi Mitchell.
I think that's the best start we've seen from Schwartz all week, and we know he's got the pace.
And typical Schwartz, man. You see him letting the foot drag a little behind, letting that thing drift a bit, and here we go. And we know how Schwartz likes to play this. Records or checkers, bro.
Yeah, he's coming on strong. Yeah. Trying to catch Jairi Mitchell. That's your top 4.
He's already got him. He's got Styles Robertson in front of him.
Wow.
Fastest man on the racetrack could be the 74. Woo! And that would add a buffer for your leader if he got in between the lead of Mason Gonzalez.
No, he hasn't. That's Mitchell.
Oh,
yeah.
That is, you are correct. Man, the colors are something's off on this. I've bought a few different bikes the wrong color. The white balance, my old eyes, I don't know.
Has nothing to do that you've called 312,000 numbers this week. So.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Has nothing to do with that whatsoever,
I was relying
Kevin.
on basic colors. I can't even do that.
And the fact that there are 1,300 blue bikes, 1,200 yellow bikes,
different shades,
1,400 orange ones. So.
All right, well, Jairi on the orange KTM, we got that. That's Dylan Schwartz behind him. And they have tried to catch the number 25 of Styles Robertson.
And Mason Gonzalez on that second lap with that 152.6. Not enough to really separate yourself from the pack when that gap is only 2.3.
Yeah, but it was 1.3 seconds faster than Robertson. Gonzalez put 1.3 seconds in him on lap 2.
Right.
There's a good shot of Dylan Schwartz. He is on a yellow motorcycle. That's all I'm going to tell you. There he is. All right. Behind the guy on the orange bike.
Schwartz trying to get Mitchell. We thought he might try to run down Robertson, but I think Robertson has figured it out now. I think he's put the pieces back together. He's pulled away a bit from these two. Mitchell, to the inside goes Schwartz. Wow, that's a quick pass.
Hey, that's how we like it.
How many of these kids are going pro? Do we know how many of these kids are actually racing next weekend?
We know Schwartz and Robertson are.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't know about the rest of the field.
And, you know, these two youngsters out here, you know, up front,
Really
on our way, headed for that championship.
It's a delicious sandwich. She's just showing us in the...
Yeah, thank you, Jessica, for rubbing it in.
You know,
everybody else in the tower is being served some delicious meals except us. We're hungry.
That's my buddy there that we fed earlier in the week, you know, showing us that nice sandwich there and rubbing it in.
Dude, I'll tell you who's hungry right now. Mason Gonzalez,
Exactly.
I think he knows. If he could beat Styles Robertson straight up, it's one thing to compete up front. It's one thing to win a title. If you beat one of these factory dudes with the pro deal straight up.
That feels good.
Yeah, and might get some ink on a contract for him.
See a Rock River guy looks
Wow.
like he will be.
Yep.
Did you see him hop over that bump on that downside? Impressive right there. Just trying to smooth this thing out. And you know what? The less impact you take, the less energy you use, the longer you're going to be fresh in this thing. And right now, finding smooth lines on this track, not an easy task.
Jason, you're right. Robertson has put it together 151.6. He was quicker that time around. He knows it's go time.
Fastest lap of the Moto now, turned in by Robertson, so it took him 2 laps to get it uncorked. Now the number 20. Oh, and as we say that, he bobbles.
The announcer's curse strikes. He gave up probably a half a second there with that little bobble. He goes to the inside. He'll triple and then triple out. That's quick, man. You can shorten that racetrack up.
And it always seems to be the same little distraction. It always seems to be that small rut, and it always seems to be the feet for him for some reason.
Well, with those problems, he is able to catch our leader, Mason Gonzalez. What happened?
In Storyland, going back there, I cannot believe how quickly he made up ground. He must have gotten 15 bike lengths in one straight.
Just keep making mistakes then. That's how you do it, right?
Yeah, just reel it right back in.
And
off the track. That's 2 big mistakes now. He is really putting some pressure on himself.
Man.
Take a breath here. Mason Gonzalez not really making the big mistake.
Okay.
We're done talking.
Yeah, man.
Just
they are at the limit. And another mistake exiting the corner for Gonzalez. So 2 mistakes for each on this lap. It's what you want here at Loretta Lynn's, the Monster Energy AMA National Championship. Whoever wins the Moto wins the title, and they are throwing it all out there
and
on the edge.
That's like turnovers in football. You just gave the ball right back to Styles Robertson. You opened it up.
In the red zone.
Oh, come on. You got to get 3 at least.
Wow.
Here comes Gonzalez on the inside. Take a deep breath. You're not even halfway there, boys.
And look at this. Close right back up. I mean, it was 7, 8 bike lengths a second ago. Now it's 3.
They have equal mistakes that have allowed them to race right up to each other, barring even with the mistakes.
Both doubling off of that tunnel of love. Those 2 braking bumps, they turned it into a double. We're about to have bar-to-bar combat here. Gonzalez and Styles Robertson for the Open Pro Sport Championship.
They're all tied up. It's winner take all. Totally different lines. This track does race really well. Inside the outside. Look out. Styles almost lands on the rear bumper of Mason Gonzalez Rock River Yamaha.
Good line, bad line. I don't care. Just let me through. And there he comes right now trying to get that drive. Wants to use this inside, but look at that.
Side by side. How did he make up time? They'll triple. In stereo, triple again. Gonzalez quads out. He's uncorked that. He just went for it.
And it was necessary. Yeah, it was necessary. He was about to go a position down, and man, out of necessity, uncorks that quad.
Has he had that in his wallet the whole time, Jason?
I don't know. And if you're Robertson, he goes right back to work on the inside. This could be the pass for the title.
Wheel to wheel.
That line off. Unbelievable racecraft there by both those guys.
Yeah, I got to tell you, right now, cool under pressure. The guy that's feeling it all right now, Gonzalez. Styles Robertson in my position, in a great position. But holy cow.
Different lines around the outside. They're going to sprint for the apex of that turn, switch up the line, launch out into some ruts. Who knows where you're going to land? Just pin it. Make a mistake and make up time.
Gonzalez changed that line in the air, and here we go, back in front of us.
This jump right here.
Oh, both of them.
For it. Oh, they were in flight in stereo there. Who's going to make it?
Here's the pass.
Gonzalez going to try to drift wide and block it. He can't get there in time.
Inside. Absolute done deal. Drifts over, and here we have a new leader, Styles Robertson, making it happen on that number 25 machine.
And you're going to see the heater of heaters now. He wants to just pull away and end this one. And it's going to take everything Gonzalez has, including that quad in the 10 Commandments, to keep him in sight. Pivotal part of the race right now. Can Gonzalez keep him under pressure, or is Robertson going to start to roll away?
Yeah, if Mason Gonzalez is able to reel him back in and again pass him, that would be so demoralizing for him. Styles has got to absolutely go right now. Don't even get close to this guy. See if Styles pulls out that exit quad out of the 10 Commandments. Just a handful of guys have done it. The vet guys, a couple of vets, that's about it.
Schwartz still third. Yairi Mitchell 4th. Chase Kessler having a good run in 5th. Here's the 10 Commandments. No quad this time.
Styles looks like he almost powered out of that. He was about to tip over.
Well, like we said, these are going to be heater laps now, and that means you could make mistakes pushing the edge. You can see Gonzalez back there trying to do that.
Following Styles around for a minute just to see if he can pick up a line, put a segment together. He's been going for that triple out of that turn. Just cross ruts everything out there. He is going for Styles Robertson. He is not really falling off.
Oh.
He's good through here. He looks really quick.
I'd say he had the better lines in this back half of the track. Now to the front side.
Put it all together now. Now he has to put pressure. If he can run a wheel in on Styles Robertson, that would be devastating. So no, you put together your best lap, or you try to, and this guy's latched right on as they go up to about 10,000 feet, get clearance from the FAA to touch back down. Right back in front of us here. Everybody getting a great show here. One of the final motos here before we go into intermission.
Robertson really starting to settle in right now. Haven't seen those feet flailing around too much lately, and really starting to work some of these insides very smoothly. Knows that he has to keep this track short, and right now it looks like he has really settled into a pace.
That is back-to-back 151s for Styles Robertson, if that tells you how hard he is pushing.
And set the fast lap last time, 151.5 on lap number 5.
Told you that was going to be heater time. He threw down the 151 and the 151 back-to-back to try to get away from Gonzalez with Schwartz, Mitchell, Kessler, top 5. Austin Black, 6th. Robbie Marshall in 7th. Vinny Luhovi, Cullen Park, and Christopher Blackmer. That's your top 10. Can Styles do it? Can he get both?
There goes the quad.
Oh, he did it? Yeah, Gonzalez with the quad.
Trying to keep it under 2 seconds. It was 1.6 seconds. It's not too far off of that right now. Gonzalez trying to put it all together. This is it. It's going to take a couple laps just to get up on Styles Robertson. So you've got to go now to put together a lap or a pass maybe on 8 or 9.
I believe Gonzalez riding the 450, 250 for Styles.
That will help.
Styles already told us he's racing Loretta's Pro next weekend. The team tried to trick him. They said, we can let you race if one of our other guys can't. Maybe we don't have the staff. And then he won the title yesterday. They said, nah, we're just joking. You're racing, man. So he's already got that good news. And you had to wonder how hungry he was going to be early in this moto. First 2 laps were not great. Gonzalez passed him and put some distance on. But from lap 3 on, Styles Robertson, boy, is he ever back. A couple of lean years in the middle of his amateur career. Not terrible by any means, but didn't rack up 2 titles every year or anything like that. But last year, got it back together.
It's a good lap.
And he just continued this season.
That was a 150.6. Even quicker. That was his fastest lap.
Lap 7.
Hammered down. So you got to wonder now, what kind of bike is he going to be riding next weekend? A even better bike, a better version of this bike.
Yeah, I assume so, yeah.
Factory edition there that they can offer for him. He's going to be like, whoa, now this is like Cali. Where was that this last weekend? He'll have great perspective to go, this would have made 2 seconds a lap difference last weekend. I would have killed him on this factory machine.
He will have that perspective
1 week
separate. Coming down into that 6-minute range right now. 7 laps complete. And as you mentioned, Styles Robertson turning the fastest lap on lap number 7, 150.664. Picks up about 3 seconds on Gonzalez last time around. Gonzalez riding very solid. He turns a 152.088 on that one, but time starting to run out. Going to be down into that 5-minute range here in just a moment. And Styles Robertson, just like a machine, putting in good laps here. Weege called it as soon as he got out front, knew he was going to uncork a couple burner laps. That's exactly what he did. It worked out this time, and able to put some distance between him and that number 93 machine.
As we look down, some lap traffic getting in the way. That's the number 49. Let's take a look at the top 10, which we've been so focused on this great race out front. Your 10th place rider is Michael Hicks. Vincent Lahovey is 9th. Your whole shot artist Robbie Marshall is sitting in the number 8 spot. Cullen Park is 7th. Austin Black 6th. Chase Kessler is 5th. Yairi Mitchell is 4th. And here's your podium. Dylan Schwartz, Mason Gonzalez, and Styles Robertson running the show right now. Styles really 1-2-1 moto scores. Not a bad week for him at all.
Not at all.
Mason Gonzalez a little bit sloppy there. The back end kind of dancing around. And you got to look on down the track to find the 74 of Schwartz, who sits 10 seconds behind. Mason Gonzalez. So this thing kind of settled in. They both off the pace there. Feverish pace of 150s now, a 151 and a 152 for your first and second place riders.
I tell you, these guys looking out for Weech today. If it finishes in this order, again, 1, 2, 3, that's also going to be your championship. So going to make those podiums a lot easier down there, not resetting those bikes. And these guys making it easy on you, bro. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's true. And I really hadn't gotten many of these third moto showdowns.
I get those GNCC podiums where the overalls are 3 different classes. So you award the overall, then you got to put each one of them up there for first place.
Yeah, I know.
Then take second, third. So
remember some of the classes? 7
podiums.
We've done that where you'd have 2 women's classes.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to do 3 different winners.
Yeah.
Then you got your overall
double
champ.
gates. Yeah. Double gate motos.
That's 8 people you have to interview.
Yep. Right. I haven't had that any longer, the double gate motos.
And if it's a different hole shot guys, you could have 10 people. That's silly.
Yeah, within about
and we're about 1 more lap to go
minutes.
here on the moto we're trying to interview.
Yeah.
You just now finished up. And that's checker flag. Stay down there, Jason. Here comes 8 more people.
Nothing but podiums.
All right, the good news is they were all outside the top 10 the first moto.
Right.
Good luck with that. There is Mason Gonzalez. Great week for him, but he's going to end up second if it ends like this in both Pro Sport Championships, and we'll see what's next for him. Wouldn't be surprised maybe if he decides to try a couple of pro races. The rule is you can race up to 3 times, actually, and still come back and be an amateur the next year. So it's worth a shot, especially since you're already here. And we're going to race at Loretta Lynn's next Saturday.
And it's funny, you think, oh, man, I'll just come back as a pro. I'll be the guy. Well, guess what? There's about 9 fast little B guys that are just going to take your job. So
yeah, well, they'll be in the next moto, a lot of them. A lot of them be in the next moto.
That is correct. We're going to take a quick intermission here. 65 7-9s, 450Cs, Super Minis. That's your next 3 motos. The 2-lap board is out. Megawatt is letting us know. Give us a honk on your way out. Honk those horns. Let us know you are listening to our crappy broadcast here. We're doing the best we can.
Late in the week here, Kevin.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the results look like for us. Yeah. Back of the pack.
Back of the pack.
Okay.
We qualified. We barely made it to Loretta's as the announcers. I came through a very strong regional. Tim Cotter went up to watch me do some battling up there. Jason Wygant went out west to find the easy way in to announce. You have to qualify to be an announcer here. Crazy. So here we go with Dylan Schwartz. Takes his hand off. Just pumped up. And it's Styles Robertson with the championship, 1-2-1. Mason Gonzalez, 2-1-2 scores. 3-4-3 scores for Dylan Schwartz as the white flag should be coming out. This is lap 9.
There we go with those races again, getting down in those sub 2-minute lap times, getting down in those 150s. And here we go with those long races, 10 laps again. And right now, take a look at the 5.6 second advantage of Styles Robertson. Starting to throttle back just a little bit, a 152.1 that time around, and knows all we have to do is keep that thing on 2 wheels. Whoa! Close call right there, about ran that thing right off the track.
We are on lap 9, but back in the meat and potatoes of this race, lap 7 was the quickest for both Robertson and Gonzalez, which tells you just how hard they were pushing to try to make something happen. That's where the race was going to be won or lost. You can break the will of your opponent, and Robertson was able to gap Gonzalez just a bit.
Taking a look at Dylan Schwartz right there, that number 74 machine.
There's a good look at the 25. Styles Robertson holding on to that Husqvarna number 25 machine. 1 more to go here. That'll be lap number 11 when he sees the checker flag. I'm sure the pit board says, you got it, man. 7 seconds.
You know it. Get the old settle, you know, on the pit board. Settle.
Breathe with an E.
Yeah. Breathe with an E.
Robertson now has, the only thing he really has to worry about, A, is a mental issue or a lapped rider going down in front of him. So you just give him a wide berth for sure.
You know, interesting, our friends downstairs from Timing and Scoring just give us another top 10 fastest laps, and that's so far through the week. This is of the event, and look who's up front with 2 of the fastest laps. Now, yesterday, it was through yesterday morning, and Kitchen was up there about 6 times.
Yeah, and it's Levi Kitchen with the 2 fastest lap times. It's 147.3 and 147.9. Then Matthew LeBlanc with the 148. Levi Kitchen again with some 148s for 4th and 5th fastest. Nate Thrasher with the 149. Nicholas Romano in 7th fastest with a 149, followed by Thrasher. And then you have Styles Robertson with 149s. But I will say this, anytime the Open Pro Sports race, they have made sure that they had the roughest racetrack, which then would result in not as fast a lap time. If you were to race all these other guys, I think the lap times would compress. You'd be very close. So,
and a lot of variables going into each one of those laps, too.
If they were just out there to lay down a heater at the same time, we'd have different results, perhaps. Those B classes have typically been as fast or faster than our Open Pro Sports anyway, all throughout the history here at Loretta Lynn. So
here comes our leader right here, Styles Robertson, arm in the air. Oh, the number 1 finger. Oh, a no-leg. Wow. A no-legger off of that finish line jump, and the checker flag flies, and it is Styles Robertson. Styles 1-2-1 here this weekend for that overall. Mason Gonzalez, second one across the line. Mason Gonzalez going 2-1-2 for 5th overall. Looking for that number 74 Suzuki. There, is that him down there? Yes, that is Dylan Schwartz, that number 74 Suzuki, working his way through in that 3rd position. And looks like it's going to be 3-4-3, Kevin, for Dylan Schwartz. Right now, taking a look at the overall. So we each going to have it made down there on the podium. Styles, Robertson, Mason Gonzalez, and Dylan Schwartz. 1, 2, 3 in the Moto, as well as 1, 2, 3 in the championship. So going to set it and forget it as far as the podium is concerned, just like Ron Bofield.
We're ready. I've got to get our 3rd place finisher, is the guy I'm actually going to look for first. This kid showed some speed all week. He's going to end up 3rd in the Moto. On up. We're going to try to get our 3rd place finisher. He is definitely hurting. Looks like his back, perhaps, for Dylan Schwartz. Okay. But he put in some fast laps all week. Just never had the starts. This is about the best we saw him start. That was like a 4th. And I think Dylan will be racing pro next weekend here at Loretta's. Gingerly walk on up.
Jason got to jump in there for 1 second. Yep. Wyatt McGrath is needed at the MX Sports office immediately. Wyatt McGrath, you are needed at the MX Sports office immediately. And one more time, if you didn't hear us, it is Wyatt McGrath we are looking for. You are needed at the MX Sports office ASAP.
Thanks, Megawatt. All right, we've got him 3rd place. Let's hear it for Dylan Schwartz. Looks like you're hurting a little bit. You dug deep for that one?
Yeah, I got off to a decent start this time, and I was really pumped about that, and made my way up to 3rd on the 2nd or 3rd lap or something like that, and I think I just like heard it in the Ten Commandments or something, seat bouncing, but I don't know, it got super stiff and it was difficult for me to ride, but anyways, those guys are riding really good, and I did my best, so that's all I can do.
And it's a great week for you. Put your name in the map with a Moto win earlier. Who do you want to thank?
The whole Bar X Motorsports team, Suzuki, Twisted Development, Pirelli, Mika Metals, my family, the Barberi family, the Short family, my mechanic David, Fly, Monster, 100%, CTI, and just everyone that comes out here to support. Thank you.
Dylan Schwartz, everyone. 3rd place, hard earned. Got 2 riders I'm looking for. We have our 2nd place finisher. I'd like to bring him up, and also Robbie Marshall, who has the Stasic Whole Shot Award. So if Robbie's around on that 47, we'll talk to him also. But where is our 2nd place finisher? He gave it his all. He led laps. Got to be proud of the effort, but he will end up 2nd in the Pro Sport divisions this week. All right, familiar old face here, Robbie Marshall. That's cool to see him say, I'm going to go run Pro Sport, see how it turns out, and he still knows how to get starts. Yeah. Let's hear it for our Stasic Whole Shot winner, Robbie Marshall. Dude, what's it like battling these kids?
Man, these kids are full of energy. I remember when I was like this, and it's awesome to see them. There's a great group of kids. I mean, I had them, you know, 3 or 4 of them every time I'm on the line going, man, so glad you're out here. You just lighten the mood, you talk to everybody. And, you know, it's business for them. It was like that for me at one time. And just happy to be out here battling them, having a good time, enjoying this facility with the family.
That's a great thing. Good to have you here. Who do you want to thank, Robbie?
I got to thank Crow Hillamax, my KTM. My dad gave me the old loaner bike I had in 2018 before this. So, you know, obviously I can't do it without them. My wife, Vanessa, just everybody behind me, Fox, FMF, Dunlop Tires, Renthal, Chirby's. I mean, I've had the same sponsors for 15 years now, Spectral Oils. And, man, you know, it's just good to be up here and having fun. Looking forward to working next year.
All right, love to have you back. Let's hear it for him, Robbie Mash. Oh, yeah, the ripper. Now we go to our second place finisher, real fun guy to get to know and talk to. Got some championships last year and so close this year. He left it all out there on the racetrack, but he will end up second. Let's hear it for the Blue Crew, Yamaha man. Second place, Mason Gonzalez. Well, you did what you needed to do. You got the lead. I'm gonna assume you left it all out there on the racetrack.
Oh yeah. I was a little gassed up by the end of the race. Got another good start and made my way to the front right there past Marshall. Good start to him. I think I had enough good starts this weekend. So shout out to Styles. He was playing a little gamesmanship there. The first few laps, yelling in his helmet. I heard him. I was yelling back. I was like, woo! Let's go, baby. And then man, he put up a great pace, man. The kids rode good all week, so kudos to him. And I'm happy with this week. I feel like it went well. I was very consistent. I wish I had a few more better rides, but that's the way it goes. And I'm looking forward to make my pro debut next weekend here.
All right, that's what we'd like to hear. So he'll be racing here at Loretta's for Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. Who do you want to thank?
And hopefully get me a start or two, you know.
Yeah, why not? Get 2 of them. Yeah.
I want to thank the whole Rock Crew Yamaha team, my whole family, everybody that's got me to this point. It's a big crew, and I want to thank you to everybody that's helped me throughout the years. It's not a one-man job, so thank you to everybody, and thank you to Bell, 100%, Thor, Dunlop, Alpine Stars, Monster Energy, and ODI, FMF. Just everybody, thank you.
Mason Gonzalez, everyone. Go ahead.
Of course, my connect, Jake. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, every time. So we got a couple of these guys all going to be making their pro debut next weekend right here at Loretta's. First time we've ever had a pro race here. So now let's clear the decks. He did it. He won a ton of motos. He wins both Pro Sport Championships. What a way to graduate here from the Monster Energy AMA Amateur National Championship from Loretta Lynn's. 2 titles this week. The number 25 of the Rockstar Husqvarna, Styles Robertson. Well, thanks for making it interesting. That was what we want to see. Last moto, you and Mason, you guys went at it.
Yeah, I was having fun. I knew he was going to be hard on the 450. I was making mistakes at the beginning. I was overriding, and I was like, dang it, he's getting away. But calmed down, started hitting my lines, and it was a lot of fun. Shout out to Mason. That was fun every moto with him, you know, battling. He always got good starts, and it was fun. We fought for it, and it was a great way to end the amateur career here at Loretta's.
Yeah, it's been amazing. You won 50cc titles, and you've come all the way up to the top, and now you're getting ready for the pros. But, okay, you get 1 pro race here, but I'm sure you're going to miss this place in general.
Yeah, no, you know, it's crazy. You know, you start here on a 50, and you're like, oh, I want to race the pro class, you know, one day. And then you're here, and you're like, wow, that seems like yesterday, you know. So it was weird, honestly. But, it was great. You know, through all the ups and downs, it made me who I am today, so I'm thankful.
All right, and I know you got a lot of people you want to give thanks to.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here without my mom and dad, my grandma, my grandpa, everybody watching on RacerTV, all my friends, and the whole Rockstar Energy Husqvarna team went above and beyond for me. Motorex, WP, FMF, W, Dunlop, Fly, Arrow, Scott, Garnet, the Baker's Factory, Mike Brown, dialing me in, and Eldon, just everybody. We've been putting in work, Seth, and just everybody back at the Baker's Factory, you know. It's been great, and ready to start it off next weekend.
All right, you've gone next level this week, and you'll do it again next week. Let me present Tad DeWalt from the American Motorcyclist Association with the very coveted Open Pro Sport #1 plate. Let's hear it for Styles Robertson. All right, stage is his.